All right, everyone. It's time to talk about the Wuhan virus again, coronavirus, as some may say. The link will be in the description. What I'm going to talk about today is more teacher's perspective on what my students are doing as they've been out of school for well over 3 weeks now. And China is, especially from their high school students, they're taking their lessons online. And so they're having literally like classroom settings where they're having their teacher teach them and they're all watching on their tablets at home. Um, some students are really liking it, some are not. Some students are mentioning that it's kind of fun now because they can chat with their friends in WeChat and the teacher doesn't know. So that's an issue, I guess. But if you read the Ron Paul book talking about online education as the future, he mentions that his program will be for more self-motivated students versus ones who need to be motivated nonstop. Uh, that being said, it's still going to be the future for everybody, in my opinion. Whether or not you need to send your kid to some room to be babysitted by some person, that doesn't necessarily need to be a teacher to be taught online. More than likely, that's going to happen. As you see different times like this, when you see like wars, for instance, that really expedite science when it comes to medicine. When you see catastrophes like this, you're going to see expediting things because there's a need, because of a severe cause, and now you have the Chinese government stepping in and saying, hey, our kids need to be in school. We can't have them gone this long. Many of the high school students are taking exams for university right now. And so this is very imperative to them. I obviously have my connections in the country, being the fact that I teach Chinese students. Many of my students have confirmed this. They are taking at least English, Chinese, and math online right now. I know that much. And they're doing it on a regular basis. In the article, some students are mentioning that they like it because they get to wake up late. So now you think about it as a parent, you no longer have to take your kids to school. They don't no longer have to wake up, get dressed, and things like that. And they can literally take their class in pajamas if they really wanted to. Granted, the online school could have a rule for this if they wanted to do that as well, but that's up to them and their choices. And so it's always nice to see, even though in times of hardships and things like that, you see humans, into innovating and changing things for the better. Now, I already thought this was going to happen, but now you see it really in real time. You're seeing it happening right now in China with students obviously can't go to class because there's literally a virus floating around and people are getting sick everywhere. It's a lot worse than what you see in the media. Um, but you see how they innovate and get around with it. Kids need to go back to school, and obviously Chinese take education very seriously. And so the link will be in the description. As I said, what you're seeing right now in this classroom, this will be a thing of the past soon. People will be doing this online and going to a building, getting your kids dressed, eating breakfast, and rushing them out the door and trying to drive them up there and sitting in traffic and waiting to drop them off and all that stuff and worrying about, oh, is there going to be a school shooting? Oh, is there a pedophile there? Is there some teacher giving my 14-year-old son a blowjob? I don't know. That's going to be a thing of the past. And so, yeah, online education is the future.